What's up, gang? Mr. Cosmik Training Academy, where I train, travel, and trade, and travel all over the world. Welcome, man. Happy New Year to those who haven't been here in a while, and blessed to be here, man. Happy to be here, man. I appreciate you guys, for everybody who's subscribing and stuff. Like and subscribe, that hit that like button and stuff like that. So let's talk about it, man. It's 2023 recap. Let's talk about how it's been, how it's going. So basically, for those who've been following my channel, I left US in 2023, excuse me, in March, um, early March, and headed straight to Thailand. Went to Pattaya. Just to give you guys a real brief synopsis, Pattaya depends on your personality. If you're a retired gentleman who's single, um, you want good health care, you want inexpensive food, you want to meet a lot of ladies there, and you want to be by the beach, and you don't mind humidity a little bit, and you don't mind, the kind of busy kind of scene, then I would say Pattaya, Thailand is the spot for you. Um, Me personally, I'm not into the club scene. I'm not into trying to run around, try to chase after a lot of club girls. Let's just put that, let's put it like that. It's not my style, not things that I'm into. I feel like, at this age, but I understand if you've been a married man for 30 years and in a career for 30 years, 20, 30 years, and you really didn't live much of a life, and now you really want to go experience that. I have no idea why this happened. As soon as I push play, I haven't yawned the whole day. But if you haven't experienced that, then it's understandable that you might want to probably get out and go do those kind of things. And in those people's minds' eye, they are living their best life by doing that. For me, it was just it wasn't interesting. And It seemed like there was no real genuine, personally, me personally, there was no real genuine relationships being formed. I didn't meet one person maybe I might have met one person, but I didn't, most of the people that I met there, it seemed that it was superficial, it seemed Hollywood, it seemed made up, it seemed like people were just, I don't know. At first, initially, my first impression was people were tight, people were cool. After that, I realized that I couldn't really form any real relationships there. Not in the sense of people who really wanted to be authentic. I'm not saying that's for all people. Obviously, I'm just saying. I also, after a few encounters, I kind of like stayed to myself and stayed by myself after that, because yes, I did meet one or two cool guys, but I mean, I wasn't really the type. I'm not really the type of person to go all out of the way to try to go hang out and run with people and all of that stuff. That's just not what I do. Um, Sorry about that. So really running out in the streets, trying to go meet up with people every 5 minutes and trying to go have lunch with everybody and stuff. That's not me. Um, what else? The food was great in Pattaya, Thailand. My apartment was great. Check out my videos. I had a nice apartment. I had some nice people who rented to me. It was about 350 a month, something like that. Everything included. I ate good every day. My place was right down from the beach, probably about a 10-minute walk. Um, and I mean, it was what it was. I mean, to me, would I go back? It wouldn't be a place that I would go back, generally speaking. I would, at this point in time, I wouldn't be looking forward to going back there. Maybe in 10 years, it might feel like that's something to do, but right now, no. Uh, what else I want to add to that? I found that. some of the places I went into in Pattaya, I think a lot of people were like, if you really didn't pay attention, you might not have noticed it. But I went to a phone service place, and the lady was like, basically didn't want to serve me, which I get it. It's a lot of Europeans there, a lot of Russians there, and maybe I appeared, man, I don't know. But basically, it was get the fuck out of my. It was immediate. As soon as I walked in, her expression was like, "Oh no." So I'm not sure if she had bad experiences with people who were like me, but I ended up never getting phone service because I was just like, I'm one of the type of people that I don't really tolerate a lot of innuendos and stuff like that. A lot of people it roll off their shoulder and stuff like that, but for me, I'm not that kind of person. Another thing is Thailand guy quoted around me, made a quote and said, Thailand is the place for the wanted and unwanted. And Thailand in general may be that place, but Pattaya definitely is a place for the unwanted, in my opinion. Um, it's a lot of renegades, a lot of people from different countries, um, and who just came there to get away from certain situations and stuff like that. So I would say that's probably true. So you have to really be careful. I was in there getting my visa renewed, and what I would assume was a Russian dude reached over, like literally when I was sitting, I got called, my number got called. I sat down, I put my passport on the table, and a Russian dude literally reached over my shoulder with his arm to reach underneath the window that was there. It was a blatant sign of that he wanted to be disrespectful. And the thing is, as a black person, I know you can't just show out because the first thing they'll say is it's you, especially just because you're black. So, because the expectation and the false bias and narrative is that black people, wherever they go, misbehave and always act up and stuff like that. So, people like that know that they could do something like that, and will assume that probability is I'm not going, especially once he saw my passport. So he was really kind of salty. Some people, I asked one gentleman, he said it was probably because you was an American, he was a Russian. I was like, okay, I'll let that pass. I'm so used to being in America and people doing it, and they can't say that because we're all in America. But the only other thing is that you're black. So perhaps in that case, it was because I was an American. So I'll take that. Either way it goes, yeah, dude was really out of pocket. And so I had, I jumped up, but, I kept it cool. And I gave him a look and let him know, like, but he's looking like I know all the people around here, a lot of Russians. So if you want to do something, make a problem and stuff. Not what I'm here to do, but at the same time, I don't really play that kind of game. So main thing I try to do is get away from people who are old ass clowns. And that's what I saw a lot of, a bunch of old ass, goofy ass clowns there. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker gonna say I'm throwing shade, but I really don't give a fuck. The reality is I saw a bunch of desperate old ass clowns who, like my man said, I'm gonna quote my man. I'm not gonna quote him verbatim, but uh, one of the guys who I started getting into these channels early while ago, and um, one guy who had came out like right before I even had a chance to come out. I had already been to Thailand, but I went back. But one guy came out after that was Austin Holland, and one thing he said on his channel was that in Thailand, that is a lot of dudes that don't have to do any self improvement. And man, I'm not gonna say all of Thailand, but I'm definitely gonna say in Pattaya. What the? Sorry about that. I guess some dog or something. But anyway, um, and in Pattaya, it's a lot of people who really, like you said, don't really take care of themselves, don't really go to the gym, don't really look out for themselves, not really clean cut, and just raggedy as fuck. But because they got money, they can buy prostitutes. I mean, it is what it is. That's the reality, you know. they can buy prostitutes because they have the money to buy prostitutes to make themselves feel like they up there. And I ran into a few people that had their ass on where they felt like they were because they living off of their retirement pension, and to them they somebody there now. It seems to me that they were never anybody, but now they get a chance to live the fantasy life of being somebody. And for me, it don't really hold water because I've always felt of myself as being somebody, and money and status and material, none of those things really qualify who you are as a human being. And I get it that if you never had swag your whole life and you've been a cornball ass sucker, then the reality is that you go a place like certain areas in certain countries and you have more money than the average person there, then you can kind of put yourself under the illusion that you actually somebody, when reality is that we all ain't nobody. You know what I'm saying? We're just, some of us was just more fortunate to be born in circumstances and locations where money, and in a time where our money is more powerful than other people's money. That's all it boiled down to. Pattaya, Thailand, man. Great. The beach was okay. I walked for miles on the beach. Be careful. Wear you some sand shoes and stuff like that. I think it's probably better. And yeah, and I went to a lot of the local places, and I pretty much didn't even eat it. I ate at one restaurant, which is probably on my channel, which is, I think it was two mermaids, something mermaids, something like that. I went there for a party, and that was cool. That was a nice place. I didn't eat there, but I did have drinks and stuff like there. So yeah, that was cool. Your money does go far. My apartment had like a grotto, had a waterfall, had full size gym. Um, One thing I can say is that in the gym, it didn't seem like they really wiped stuff down, really like they went in there, but they didn't really use any kind of real chemicals to clean anything. So I would say that I can only say my building probably was that way, but always keep you some wet wipes, with you at all times, especially if you're going to the gym. Take them with you because all the gym's not going to have them. And wear your gloves, man, when you're in the gyms. Wear your gloves because I'm gonna be honest with you guys. That's a lot of people from a lot of places doing a lot of things, and there's not a lot of probably cleaning people like that, different in different countries. But what I also saw is that the maintenance of a brand new place was different in Pattaya than it was in like maybe other countries. It's like they didn't, their upkeep, they'll make a gorgeous building that would be like really nice, but their maintenance was not the level that I would think that those kind of buildings would be at. It's like they build it real nice, but then it's kind of like they don't want to pay that much money to keep it maintained. I mean, comment below if you experienced or saw the same thing, or if you didn't. Let me know what you thought. Um, so that was pretty much it in Pattaya. Yeah, man. I mean, it was cool. If you smoke weed, they had weed places there. There was on the streets where you can get you some weed, marijuana, and stuff. Well, maybe I shouldn't say that word on here. I don't know. Um, yeah, anything that you wanted, it was cool. But not the kind of place that I would go back to. I mean, I fantasized that it was going to be a great place, but when I got there, it wasn't at all what I thought it was going to be. Um, a lot of ego, and a lot of prostitution, and just not nothing. I never buy. That's not me. So anyway, that's that. Let's go on. So the next place I went to after that. But with that being said, I love Chiang Mai, and I would love to go back there, or Hua Hin. And so those two places. I mean, I hit the ground in Bangkok actually, but I was so far off of the train line. I was at the end of the train line, and that's kind of like way out there. And you'll see that on my channel if you look up when I first got to Bangkok, the apartment. It was a nice apartment. It was cool. The gym was, man, not a gym at all. It was kind of like you reach one left, you could touch the wall, reach over, touch the other wall. So it wasn't even really like a real gym. And so I would suggest that nobody rent there at all. Too far away on the train line and too far away from, you're in Bangkok, but you're way up, way out. So anyway, nah, that's all good. Next time I go, I'm gonna stay in the Bangkok center if I stay in Bangkok, not anywhere else. So that's that. The next place I went was Cambodia. And if you look on my channel, you'll see, check out my video, my Cambodia video. Not sure if my microphone can hear me good, but I, I'll get a little close. Maybe maybe my microphone pick up better. Next place I went to Cambodia and I went to Angkor Wat. It's not really an ancient city, but it is an old city. Angkor Wat was first of all, I took the bus from Pattaya to the Cambodian border. A lot of different people who offer services if you want to get your visa renewed to do a turnaround at the Cambodia border and stuff like that, which is probably what the hell I should have did, but I wanted to go see Angkor Wat, so I was like, nah, I'm not gonna just go to Cambodia and turn around. I'm gonna go to Cambodia and actually see something there. So that's what I did. And to be honest with you, it did not disappoint. I loved Angkor Wat. It was a beautiful city, monkeys all in the temples, big, huge temples, crazy stuff, bricks everywhere. I mean, large. I climbed through the temples, up the temples, down the temples, through all of the little fairways, through the woods, all kind of stuff. If you do take that, don't buy it from anybody on the streets. Get it through Airbnb because that's how I got it. And there's a record of who's coming to see you, who's picking you up, and and you want a record of it. In Cambodia, you don't really want to be going let somebody grab you, somebody, oh yeah, I'll take you on nah. You want a record of who's coming to get you, what they look like, and when you take the tour, make sure you take pictures of the people who taking you on the tour. Whoever you're on the tour with, whoever's driving you, make sure you get pictures. If you can, send it back to yourself or go live while you're out there or something like that. But capture everybody. What else? I went on a Jeep tour and they took me in like an old military Jeep and we had, like a little lunch in the middle of the day. It was a full day, man. It would have been really nice to go with some people. Uh, but I ended up going by myself. I said, "Hey man, you can't wait on nobody. You just gotta go do what you gotta do." Um, so that's what I did. I didn't wait on anybody. And yeah, and the lunch was cool. Everything was good. I would say so. Go do that if you can. What else? The Airbnb apartment. First of all, man, if they start talking about they're gonna charge you extra for anything when you get there, don't book it. All your fees should be included. What they did was they waited till I got there and charged me an extra fee for what was it? I can't even remember now. Electrical. It was the electrical. I think they said if you book for more than a month, then you gotta pay a fee. And so again, guys, I broke one of the rules is that you don't book for a month on any place. You book for a couple of days, and if you think you're gonna like it, then book for a month. One of the things I don't want to do is be in a situation where I'm in the streets, which I mean I wouldn't have been, but I just chose to try to book it for a month to get a better price. But It's not worth it. It's not worth it at all, guys. Um, I cannot tell you why this is happening all day. And as soon as I push stop, I'm going to yawn for the rest of the day. So I apologize again. But listen, so yeah, Cambodia, get the best place you can. I would say stay at a hotel, a nice hotel. Fuck Airbnb unless you book an excursion. You know, get you a nice ass hotel because literally, man, you get what you pay for in Cambodia, and it can be a little bit shady. So you want to make sure that wherever you take your trips through, take it through a reputable setup where you have records of all the transactions and all the people. Because you don't want to be messing around in Cambodia and get yourself caught up in a situation. Oh, before I even get to that, I skipped the part. When I came across the border, they charge you extra money, so make sure you have. If you walk through the border, like I did, I got dropped off at the bus, then I walked through the border. Um, when you get up there, their little thing is to take two, three, four, $5 off of you, off every American or foreign person coming through. So they basically steal it from you because the sign says how much money it is, and then the people who are at the border tell you to turn off all your cameras so that they can take money from you. So basically, that's what they do. I don't know how many people tell y'all the truth about that, but that's a fact. So what they were doing is whoever the chiefs were in there at the time, at the border, you come to a certain point, checkpoint, you turn off, they make you can't have no camera, and then what they'll do is they'll come over there and pull you to the side, and before that you could do this, the second check-in, they're gonna say, give me $2, $3, $4 cash. So all I can say is if you're walking across the border, make sure you have at least $100, but have some ones. Have at least $10 in ones. I think I said that in my other video, but I'm gonna say it again. This is the recap. This is the remix shit. So that's that. Once I crossed the border, there were guys standing outside, and they offered to give you a ride. And all I did was got a ride, literally over the bridge, down the street to the bus term to a pickup terminal that would drive you into the Angkor Wat area, which in the price I think was $7 to get to Angkor Wat. It wasn't very much, $10, something like that, but it wasn't much. It was like a 30-minute ride, as I recall, and from the border. And so it wasn't bad, but you do got to have your money ready, and you can ask the guy on the motorcycle who or whatever you get that took you over to the transportation point. You could ask them to make sure, ask him, can he get you a SIM card? So that way, as soon as you get in the country, you get a SIM card too. As soon as you get in the country, literally. And a lot of those bus terminals, the transportation terminals, they sell the SIM card there. So they sold me a SIM card right there on the spot. So I had a Cambodian number, and I had a pickup. They picked me up they picked me up actually in an SUV. So don't be alarmed if they pull up in an SUV. Because the bus supposed to come, but something happened, and I ended up going in an SUV. The only reason why I jumped in is because I saw four other people in it. Now, I don't know if that's a smart thing to do, but anyway, that's what it was. That's what happened. So I went on like that. Got to my hotel, which was basically like a mom and pop, like mini resort. Place was not clean at all. Spider web, dirt, filthy walls, nasty ass shower. Make sure you guys carry your flip flops and your shower shoes. Wear that shit because I swear that place was. Ugh. So anyway, on the pictures look great. Get there, I was like, and they really thought it was cool. Like I'm like, hell no. Nah. So anyway, I cleaned it up a little bit, and that's enough for me to be able to be there. But I knew I wasn't gonna be that long once I got there. But it was all good. Then after that, I was deciding whether I was gonna go to the capital, which is Phnom Penh, or leave, and I ended up leaving and going across to Japan, which it took me a while to get there. I forgot how many hours, but it was an opportunity to meet up with some old associates and stuff like that. And so that's what I did. End up getting a nice place in Japan, hanging out with associates and stuff, and getting connected in with the rural northern area in the next to the military base. So that was pretty cool. I would say overall, Japan is a great experience. Very welcoming. The culture is very respectful, and you should be very respectful when you go. Um, very, especially where I was at, they were neat. They're very neat, freaky. I mean, they don't drop shit on, they don't throw shit down. They clean up. They don't. Not, many of them don't eat while they're walking. They're supposed to sit down and eat. Um, Stuff like that. So I would say that if you go to, I went to Tokyo too. I went to a couple of different places. I went to horse races there. I went to like this that was inside of a mountain top. So it was a couple of different things, and I would say Japan is a very really a place that if you haven't been, you need to go. Japan is that joint right there. If you're a single guy and you like Asian women like that, they have a very kiddie culture. It's two things. There's a couple things about Japanese culture that, for me, was my experience. One, they to the cute, be cute culture. A lot of the cutie, look young, look fresh, look cute kind of thing. Not into young type of girls. So even so if you're looking too young, it just doesn't do anything for me. Two, they're into looking pale, kind of like in Thailand too. Thailand, everybody. One thing, colonialism, in my opinion, or even status, is that people love to look fair complected. So being dark is not one of those things that they want to be. But the good thing about Japanese people is they don't really show their prejudices as much on the outside as like other cultures do. Other cultures will mistreat you blatantly just due to the fact you was born this gorgeous ass color. You know what I'm saying? Yes, because they know that you got kings and queens and stuff blood going through your bloodline just because they know you come from the original earth. I think it just bothers them. So at any that was magnificent. All of the I don't know, I forgot it, Nikoshita Park, Roppongi District. This is my second time in Tokyo, actually, but you know, check it out, man. It's cool. They have like a little red light district area over there too, clubs and stuff like that. But be careful when you meet up with any of those people. You're gonna have a lot of brothers out there trying to get you to go in the clubs. Then when you get in, the girl they say a price to get in, price for a drink. Then they're gonna try to get you to buy them an extra drink, and it's just like for some people that's cool. For me, I have no interest in that at all. Shout out to my boy Ed the Mac, man. He met up with me in Tokyo, and when I was about to leave, and he was just passing through. Ed the Mac, what up with you, baby? Um, Shoot, let me see here. What's Ed's? Let's see. He's got a web. He's on TikTok. So he's on TikTok. I really want to shout him out because he has to go by a different name on TikTok. So I want to see. But anyway, yeah, man. So I'm trying to think. So anyway, but that's that. So yeah, Japan, absolutely wonderful, amazing place. Go there, man. Be careful of the earthquakes and all of that stuff because if you're there long enough, it can send it can you will experience that. You will experience that. Let me see. What else? Okay, so after I left Tokyo, I shot out to Hawaii. After I left Japan, um, rural North Japan. Oh, let me talk about the apartment. I got a small apartment, modern. Check out my videos on that. I got a small modern apartment. It was real cool, and it was cool. I really liked that apartment a lot. Um, they do. You got to remember, Japan is a first world country, so you're not gonna get nothing cheap in Japan per se. They do be charging you up the ass on everything, and they don't really want to. They didn't really want to rent to me at all. So, and then they charged me all kind of fees and stuff like that. One lady who was there did when I was leaving and I was checking out of my apartment and stuff, and I was leaving early. Of course, they charged me a whole month security deposit, and they got to keep that. Then I gave away all the free stuff that I had, and she charged me to give that away to her. She charged that. Then on top of that, when I needed a taxi ride to the airport, she said she wasn't going to give me it. She wasn't going to call a taxi for me because that's her personal phone. I was like, I guess she got embarrassed and started losing face when I told her I'll pay her. To That's when she started feeling embarrassed. But it's just the same lady who, when she showed me the apartment, I went and got her. And I didn't do this to get to talk about it, but I'm just saying that's the same person who, when she got me the apartment, when she rented the apartment to me at the place, I went and got her. She said she liked Guinness. I went and brought it as a gift, two big bottles of Guinness. This is the same person who didn't. I had to force to make a phone call for me to call a taxi to pick me up to take me to the airport. That's a phone call. So you know, again, man, you know, people be different, man. That's all I can say. People be different. The shit that people do, I don't really do. I don't really rock with motherfuckers like that. Shifty ass people, man. Pretentious ass people, you know. I don't fuck with people who need acknowledgement, people who always need to be noticed and need to be having 100 people around them, man. Nomadic lifestyle, man, forever, bro. We don't need 100 people around us to verify, dignify who we are as a human being, man. So it's all good. With that being said, left Japan, went to Hawaii. Yeah, y'all know what that is. Hawaii. It was really a slap in the face when I went to Hawaii, because then it brought me back to the reality of how much shit really costs. Um, Shit, I probably spent as much less than a week in Hawaii. I had to get up out of there, man. I spent probably the same amount you spent in a whole month in Japan, maybe 2 months in Thailand. It's crazy. Well, rural Japan, not not in Tokyo. Rural Japan, rural North. So I probably spent about the same amount in a week in Hawaii that I spend like in a month in rural Japan. Maybe it's a month and a half in Thailand. It was crazy. So I was just like, hell nah. But Waikiki, I didn't see as much as I wanted to see. I wanted to take a helicopter tour. There's a lot of things I really wanted to do that I just couldn't. I just couldn't stomach it. I was like, I'm not going to spend this kind of money in this place. So anyway, that's what that was. I don't really see. I don't really see myself. I don't know. I didn't really see Hawaii being. It was okay. The weather was absolutely phenomenal, but I don't know. It's a pass through place to me. Go for a week, leave. Come back, visit for a week. Yeah, I couldn't see myself. Not at those prices. Not when I can get the same weather, same better service in another place. And the people are underpaid there, and the cost of living is way too high. And what they're doing there, I don't really, it's not the people, it's just whoever the big people are, what they're doing ain't right. Because the cost of living is way too high for that. But anyway, that's that Hawaii. So for me, guys, that's been a wrap up, man, for the 2023 Mr. Cosmic, man. I mean, as I'm in another undisclosed location. As you can see, working on something, working on a project here. And you guys will see certain pictures and I'll drop certain things and stuff to let you see, how the project has going. And as I keep moving, y'all gonna see well, I might as well, yeah. Y'all gonna see what's going on. So I appreciate y'all, man. Thank you for checking out my channel. Thank you for riding with me, man, for 2023. Many more things to be expected in 2024. We're not gonna stop this thing, man. And train, travel, and trading. I mean, right now, check out my channel, Cosmic Training Academy, where I teach you how to trade. You can also go to the website if you want a mentor to teach you how to trade. Right now, I trade stock options. So if you're interested in learning how to trade stock options and stuff like that, I step through. I mean, I got time right now to do that. So I love to help people out to make more money. So, with that being said, man, I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Like and subscribe, man. That helps the channel, and I can bring you guys more stuff like this and talk about it. And I appreciate y'all. I'll see y'all on the other side. Peace.